If you watch NFL football, chances are you know who Mark Sanchez is. In case you don't know, he was a QB drafted in the fifth round of the 2009 draft by the New York Jets. Recently, Mark Sanchez found himself in a situation where he attacked a 69-year-old man. The pictures are gruesome, so I'm gonna blur them, but I'm gonna put it like right here, right there. Yeah, we'll put it right there. I kind of just wanted to talk about it because of how insane of a situation this is. So apparently the fight happened in the early morning hours of Saturday outside the Westin Hotel. The Westin? They're fighting outside the Westin? News 8 previously reported that Toll, while parked in the loading docks of the Westin Hotel, was approached by a drunken Sanchez who told him he couldn't park there. A fight soon broke out between the men after court documents say Sanchez entered Toll's box truck without his consent. So this guy is sitting at a loading dock, parked at a loading dock in his truck, I'm guessing unloading packages. And Mark Sanchez, in his drunk state, walks over to him and starts having an altercation with him. When I first heard about this story, I honestly thought that this guy was parked in front of Mark's house. But he's just unloading a truck at a hotel. It's not even Mark's house. I don't know what would propel Mark to do that. That's very, I mean, definitely the alcohol, 100% the alcohol. The fight ended after Toll stabbed Sanchez several times in the chest, police say. Sanchez, 38, has been charged with a low-level felony count of battery resulting in serious bodily injury and misdemeanor counts of battery resulting in bodily injury. Unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and public intoxication endangers life of another. Damn. There's this thing called CTE that is a very prominent brain injury in the football community. Any football player could really honestly get it at some point. So CTE, it means this. I don't know how to pronounce that last word, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. CTE is basically a progressive degenerative brain disease linked to repetitive head trauma and concussions, leading to symptoms like memory loss, mood changes, confusion, and movement difficulties. Now, granted, I haven't watched a lot of Mark Sanchez's football tapes. I don't know how many times he was hit in the head. But I do know that players with CTE, that are diagnosed with CTE after they're dead, they usually go off the rails before it happens. Just one example of that is AJ Brown, one of the most awesome wide receivers to watch back in the day. Him and Ben Roethlisberger. I'm a Giants fan, but that was a very, very cool time. But now he filed for bankruptcy. But yeah, it's sad. This situation is very sad. At a base level, you don't want to see anyone get hurt. I hope Mark doesn't end up having any brain degenerative diseases, hopefully. Just based on this situation, I would say that the likelihood of him having something like CTE is, I don't know, just from my point of view, it seems like it's likely. The only way to diagnose CTE is after the person is already dead. So it's not like it's something that can be treated or even discovered that someone has it while they're living, like it just cannot be found. So treating it is basically impossible. And with the internet nowadays, you get to see a lot of players take the bad turn and after they retire, start having issues with their brain and stuff, and it's sad. I hope players stay safe. I hope Mr. Toll gets better, and honestly, I hope something is done about either head injuries or CTE in general, because at this rate, with how many injuries are already in the NFL, I don't think there are going to be much NFL players left, or NFL or people who would want to play the NFL. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.